Hi, I'm Patrice Schooley, and I am an artist, illustrator from New Mexico. An illustrator tries to give life to a story, and I think that you think of children's books that you've read and loved. It's often the illustrations that bring you in to the story and that connect you to the story. So illustrations are just as important, if not more so, than the story. But it is using your vision to bring that to life. If I'm working on illustrating a book, that is what there's no business that comes into mind. I can't, I just have to focus on that. After that process, then yeah, you do have to get the work out there. You have to market yourself a little bit. You have to put it out there. You have to be brave and go to stores and say, are you interested in this book? And that takes a lot of, for me especially, it takes a lot of energy because I'm not really good at that. So, but it is a big part of it. I don't know what the percentage is. It's a pretty big percentage. The first part is the biggest, but then you move on to the marketing side, which can be challenging and it can be difficult unless you have someone that's marketing you. And usually you have to do it yourself. I can't remember a time that I didn't do art. I just always did art. I always drew. As far back as I can remember, I drew. I doodled. Always. When you look back, you do see the little dots start to connecting as you go along. I never thought about what a career in art would look like. I just did art and I just was creative, and it was just something I kind of had to do or needed to do. That was the way I expressed myself, and that was what I was best at. In college, I took art classes and saw what some of the art teachers were doing. There wasn't a lot of education about how you market yourself, how you do make a living at art. I've always wished, looking back, that had been a little more part of the college experience. Then I started entering fairs and arts and crafts shows, and got some commissions, got some good positive feedback. Every little bit encourages you to do something else. And so I would maybe do a couple of those shows a year. And I realized that I love doing also commission work for people's own photographs, or I'd always had it in the back of my mind to write and or illustrate children's books, because I always loved children's books. And it was like that door closed and this other door just sort of opened. It was kind of amazing. I met this person who had written a story and he was looking for an illustrator, and I just sort of jumped in and not knowing really what I was getting into. And that led to another book, and then it just kind of kept snowballing. High school, there weren't a lot of art programs offered, really. There was one art class which I took, and that's great, but I really feel like if you have a talent, you just use it every which way you can. If there's not something offered at your school, you just do it anyway, and you figure out how to put it out there, and you make sketches, and you give them to friends, you make cards, you never know where all that will lead. And if you're not getting what a lot of high schools don't have good art programs, and so I didn't really get that much encouragement in art in school. But my friends, because I was always drawing and always giving them stuff, and they knew what I was doing, and they were the ones that encouraged me, that were my support group, my cheerleaders, and some of them are lifelong friends that still I show them my drawings before I do anything with them, and they support and encourage. And so it's always nice to have your tribe of people that lift you up and that give you positive, not that you can't, someone might make a good suggestion, but constructive criticism, but you want people around you that are gonna lift you up, and that also might say, well, that one works maybe better than that one. But these lifelong friends from high school, that's been a blessing. It's been the best part about high school. For being creative, there are some essential ingredients that go beyond just having a talent. You have a talent, and what are you going to do with it? You have something. You've always loved to draw. But you have to do something with it. You have to put it out there. You can't just dream about it.